What's up guys, welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing the RitFit Buffalo multifunctional Smith machine. It's an all-in-one unit that combines a Smith machine, dual cable crossover system, a power rack, pull-up bars, and many more features. And I'm excited about this one because it's easily the most featured-packed, quality, multifunctional Smith machine that I've covered on my channel so far. In this video, I'll go over pricing, features, performance, pros and cons, so you can decide if it's the right setup for your home gym. Let's get started. You can find the RitFit Buffalo on both Amazon and the RitFit website. On the RitFit website, it's priced at around $1,700, and they occasionally offer a 5% discount on your first order. Shipping is free, and financing options are available through ShopPay and Klarna. And you can also use the promo code HOMEGYM for a 10% discount. The Amazon option is slightly more expensive at around $1,900, and also includes free shipping. As always, prices can change, so check the links in the description for the most current pricing. The Buffalo arrived in 4 heavy boxes, easily the heaviest shipment I've worked with so far. Each component was carefully wrapped with plenty of bubble wrap, and unpacking each item is definitely a process as it took me some time to unwrap everything. As you can see here, once everything is laid out on the garage floor, it looks a bit overwhelming, but once you get started, it starts to flow smoothly step by step. Now it took me about 8 hours to assemble on my own, spread out over a few sessions. Having a second person definitely makes the assembly easier, and RitFit actually recommends it for safety reasons, especially when installing the pull-up bar, which was a bit tricky, but I managed without any issues. The Buffalo came with this upgraded ratchet tool, a noticeable improvement over the one that came with the Gazelle Pro that I previously reviewed. It's more compact and feels like it's made of better materials. Overall, the upgraded tools included with this unit help make the assembly process faster and more efficient. Installing the cable system was straightforward. It comes with 2 separate cables, and the process isn't difficult at all. You start by removing the end cap from the cable so you can thread the cable through the slider pulley, and then you screw the cap back on. Then route the cable through each pulley around the rack, ending at the back of the sliding pulley where you secure it back with a bolt. Alright, here's a quick visual on where you need to route the cable. Starting from one side of the slider pulley, over the top pulleys of the rack, down to the plate carrier, and here make sure the cable doesn't twist in a bind. Then we go back up the top of the rack, across the top of the pulleys, back down to the base pulley, and you'll bolt the opposite end to the back of the slider frame, where you have 5 options to bolt it in place. The cable felt nice and snug with the middle option. Alright, let's go over some standout first impressions that I came across during assembly. The upgraded aluminum pulleys are designed to run smoother with less cable friction compared to plastic nylon pulleys found on other racks. They spin freely and feel impressively smooth. The Smith machine uprights came pre-assembled, saving a ton of time compared to other models like the RitKeep 4750, where I had to fully build the guide rods, sleeves, and springs. This was a really nice touch from RitFit. The lat pull-down bar and curl bar both have a center swivel, which helps reduce wrist strain during exercises like curls and tricep pull-downs. This is a huge upgrade from the previous attachments that didn't swivel at all. They felt stiff and the rubber grips often slipped due to excessive friction. Nice upgrade here. The overall build is very heavy duty, with the steel frame measuring thicker than 14 gauge according to my gauge tool. This is a main reason why the packages were so heavy. We're working with thick, commercial grade steel here. Now for the dimensions, the Buffalo has a pretty decent footprint that's 79 inches wide. Now this includes the width of the Smith bar and the plate carriers for the pulley system. It's 69 inches deep from one end of the bottom base frame to the other, and 83 inches tall to the top of the pull-up bar. It's a sizable machine, but that's because you're getting a lot of features packed into an all-in-one system. Now make sure your ceiling height is at least 88 inches or higher. This is for the pull-up bar, as your head will pass the top of the rack during chin-ups and pull-ups. It's also important to leave about a foot of clearance on each side of the rack, including the back, to easily load and unload the plate carriers, the Smith bar, the power rack bar, and the weight plates stored on the back storage pegs. The Smith machine feels incredibly stable with a true vertical guide system, so the bar moves straight up and down without any wobble or angle. In fact, when I grabbed the Smith bar from the left side and moved it up and down the guide rods, I noticed zero wobbling. It stays perfectly vertical. I tested the right side as well, and it was just as stable. These guide rods are made of solid steel, which help keep everything tight and solid. The knurling on the bar provides great grip and feels pretty good on the hands. It's not so aggressive that it hurts your hands, but it's just enough to give you a solid, secure grip when performing your exercises. I also appreciate the 10 solid pegs on the Smith machine, which give you 10 levels to work with for racking the bar at different heights. The Smith bar hooks catch securely onto those pegs, ensuring the bar stays locked in place when engaged. Now be sure to double check that each peg is fully tightened. I noticed that a few needed a quarter turn on their bolts to be secure. Now one drawback I noticed during bench press is with the safety hooks. When using the RitFit bench, the hooks are pretty much irrelevant. They're either too high or too low. Too high and I can't complete a full range of motion, or too low and if I fail a rep, the Smith bar ends up resting on my chest instead of being caught by the hooks. That said, for other exercises, the safety system performs well. The high quality springs help prevent the bar from slamming down onto the hooks, which protects the bar, the safety components, and the rack itself. The overall build quality here feels solid and gives me the confidence I need during heavy lifts. The cables glide smoothly thanks to the aluminum pulleys, which use a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning the system reduces the weight by half. For example, if you load 30 pounds on the plate carrier, you're actually lifting just 15 pounds, making it easier to control your movements. There are 2 pulleys in total, allowing you to perform different exercises simultaneously. The cable handles come upgraded with metal swivel grips that rotate freely, taking a lot of pressure off your hands during use. They feel pretty solid and smooth in action. The adjustable column offers 14 height levels, and changing positions is simple with the spring lock pin system. Just unscrew the knob one turn, pull to move the slider pulley to your desired height, then release the knob as it locks into place. Tighten the knob clockwise to secure it firmly, and you're ready to go. This setup provides plenty of versatility for exercises like chest flies, bicep curls, tricep pull-downs, and rows. The Buffalo functions as a full power cage with adjustable J-hooks and spotter arms. The J-hooks are large and high quality, featuring 2 thick rubber pads on each to protect your bar. You're working with about 8 inches of depth from the front edge to the back of the hook. The spotter arms, however, are a bit short, measuring about 15.5 inches, which gives you roughly 8 inches of extension beyond the J-hooks. That's fine for bench press and shoulder press, but when it comes to squats, that limited range feels a little too close for comfort. As you can see here, if I lean forward during a squat and need to bail, the arms might not catch the bar. Maybe with more practice I'll get used to it, but for now, I'm very cautious. The frame itself is built from thick 2x3 inch steel, offering nice stability even under heavy loads. You also get 4 resistance band pegs for adding variable resistance to the Smith bar, and the 4 plate storage pegs at the back of the rack help keep everything clean and organized. Overall, the design feels solid and well thought out, combining durability, functionality, and efficient layout for a full-size rack. Alright, let's run through a quick key features breakdown before we get to the pros and cons. We have 2x3 inch uprights built with heavy-duty steel that's thicker than standard 14 gauge, giving it industrial-grade strength and stability. The upgraded aluminum pulleys offer extra smooth cable movement. The pre-assembled Smith machine uprights save a ton of time during assembly. It has a multifunctional pull-up bar with improved grips and multiple positions. You have the wide grip, the neutral grip, and the narrow grip. The lat pull-down and low roll bar attachments feature a swivel for a more comfortable natural grip, and also includes a metal foot plate for added stability during heavy rows. The adjustable cable crossover arms offer 14 height positions, giving you plenty of options to tailor the setup to your body type and preferred range of motion. The dip bar set attaches to the uprights with 14 adjustable levels to choose from. They're comfortable to use for tricep dips, pull-ups, and core workouts. The bars feel solid and didn't wobble at all during my workouts. The foot plate attachment for leg presses on the Smith bar is solid and features a reliable locking mechanism to secure it in place. I experienced no wobble at all while performing leg presses. It functions similarly to a traditional leg press, but it does take some technique. You need to lift the bar with your feet, shift your ankles to unlock the Smith bar, and keep the bar level to avoid the hooks catching on the machine's pegs through your range of motion. Overall, it's a nice addition. The landmine attachment paired with the T-row bar handle is a great addition for targeting bent over rows. It's similar to what I have on the original RitFit Smith machine, reliable and sturdy with no issues to report. And lastly, this rack is backed by a 3-year warranty on the frame and a 1-year warranty on all accessories. This machine performs exceptionally well. The Smith bar glides smoothly, the cables are fluid with no sticking or dragging thanks to the aluminum pulley upgrade. The frame feels rock solid, even during heavy squats or bench presses, and nothing flexes, shifts, or wobbles. It's one of the most stable setups I've tested in my home gym. Alright, let's run through the pros and cons, starting with the pros. We have a heavy-duty build with commercial-grade thick steel. It's extremely versatile. You have a Smith machine, power rack, dual cable machine, and a pull-up bar. It's all in one. It has upgraded smooth aluminum pulleys, a nice accessory package featuring a lat bar, T-bar, low row bar, dip bars, landmine, and a foot plate for leg presses, storage pegs for weight plates and 2 barbell hooks to keep your gym organized, and a pull-up bar with upgraded rubber grips with multiple positions to work with. Alright, some of the cons. This is a large and heavy rack with a wider footprint than a standard setup. Where you assemble it is where it will need to stay. You'll also need about a foot of clearance around the rack to comfortably load and unload weight plates for the Smith bar, power rack bar, cable machine plate carriers, and the rear storage pegs. The cable system uses weight plates for resistance instead of selectorized weight stacks. While that might be a drawback for some, it's a cost-effective design choice that helps keep the overall price down. The safety spotter arms for the Smith machine are poorly positioned for bench pressing. They're either too high to allow a full range of motion, or too low, allowing the bar to rest on your chest if you fail a rep. Thankfully, the Smith bar includes integrated rotating safety hooks that can catch onto one of the rack's solid pegs during a failed lift. The RitFit Buffalo is honestly one of the most complete and heavy-duty all-in-one systems I've tested. It replaces multiple pieces of equipment and does it well. Assembly is a bit of a project, but once it's built, it's rock solid and smooth. If you've got the space and you're looking for a setup that covers free weights, Smith machine work, cables, and functional training, this is a great option. As always, drop any questions or feedback in the comments. I always appreciate hearing your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any upcoming home gym equipment reviews. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.